Hey, my 2 minute conviction today, guys, is all about risk. And we often hear about this risk return ratio. It's very applicable in investing and finance, but I think it's just as important in leadership. And we often don't think of leadership as being a risky proposition, but it is, because you have to invest time, effort, energy, and hope to get a return. And there's dangers. The simplest definition of the word risk is the possibility of something bad happening. And I can't think of a circumstance like leadership where that's possible. Risk also implies that there's some chance involved, that there's uncontrollable events in your world, which is also true of leadership, because primarily we are about leading people, setting direction, gaining commitment, facilitating change with people who are the most unpredictable and uncontrollable parts of the equation. But when I think particularly of risk in leadership, I think of the financial risk, I think of the reputational risk. I suppose sometimes there's a physical harm risk. There's certainly risk of failure and risk of accountability and risk of legal strife. All of these are risks, but the most important or profound one, I think, is the personal risk. But the world needs more leaders, which means we need to embrace risk. We need to understand what we're fighting for. We need to understand what that equation of reward and return looks like. But we need to be courageous if we want to make a difference. And so I would encourage you to embrace risk in your paradigm of leadership, and think about taking a risk and being vulnerable at times, taking a risk with some relationships when you have to confront people and hold them to account. Take some risks in getting your decisions wrong and recovering from that, learning from those mistakes, missteps and errors. Take a risk that sometimes you might look weak for the compassion or the grace that you show in your leadership position. Take a risk in doing something that nobody else has yet done. These are all parts of the risk equation, and my 2 minute conviction this week, guys, is take more risks, calculated, measurable risks, so that you can make a difference in your leadership role. Have a great week.